Hi, I'm Emily Koss. I play for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers, and you're listening to Smash FM.
Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Easter Thursday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in Sydney and speak to a very special guest on the show. Of course, she plays for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers Football Club in the NPL Women's Competition in New South Wales. And of course, her name's Emily. She joins us right now. Thanks, Em, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
No worries. Well, tell us, how's the season been for the first month?
Look, the season has actually been really well. I think, again, I said it last year and I'm saying it again this year. We have something special within the team with how we've connected on and off the pitch. And I think we're very fortunate that because we are such a tight-knit group, that really translates into how we play week in, week out for each other.
You mentioned about the a pretty good start so far. Are you sitting pretty in regards to in good spot for the finals at this point in the season?
Yeah, I guess at this point in the season, look, it's only been 6 rounds, so it's still early days. We're very fortunate to have started so early, started good so early, but it's also a long season ahead. So we just take it one game at a time, just keep chipping away at our goals and hopefully definitely make finals.
So has this Easter break come at the right time?
Yeah, well, we're playing on Monday, so it just gives us that extra day to recover instead of playing on the Sunday, which is good. So it means everyone can spend some quality time with their family on the Sunday and carb load and get ready for a big one on the Monday.
I'm assuming you and your teammates are not going to be eating much during that time, I'm assuming.
Yeah, not too much chocolate. We'll save the chocolate for after the game.
Now you mentioned about your start. Fantastic start. You're currently in equal first, only by goal difference on Illawarra. Considering how amazing the competition's been, obviously the reigning champs are sitting a half a game behind you in fifth. Um, I'm sure you're not surprised the way that you have started, especially in, I think it's the first year up in NPL.
Yeah, it is. So we got promoted last season. So coming into the NPL one, it's a big difference, but the girls have always been up for the challenge, and we've known from like pre-season coming into the NPL one space that it was just work hard, make sure we fight for each other week in, week out, and that's been translating, which is really good.
Now, I noticed by your results, you've only been winning by like, one goal, two goals in the last couple of weeks. I'm assuming the team is very used to hard stopping games.
Yeah, look, there's been definitely some stressful moments, but we're definitely creating the opportunities. It's just if we're capitalizing on them or not, is a different story. But look, one goal is still 3 points, thankfully.
3 weeks ago, you played at home to the reigning premiers in APR Leichhardt, and you won that 2-0. How much of a boost was that to knocking off the reigning champs?
Look, the girls knew going into the game it was going to be a big game, especially knowing how good RPA have been for such a long period of time. They were the reigning champs last season, but they've always been in that top flight of the top four for quite some time now, and they're always going to be a real hard opposition. So I think we were just really up for the challenge. In saying that, though, they definitely were there on the day. They definitely made it difficult. It was a very hard game. We didn't score until very late in the game, so it took us a very long time to break them down. So it was definitely a very tough game, and it'll be good to see how we go against them in the next round as well.
Now you go from pretty tough matches to a pretty easy. Well, I shouldn't say easy, but based off ladder position, you're playing the team that's right down the bottom of the ladder with 1 point at this point. Are you hoping to obviously not be too complacent, but to at least get at least some goal difference going your way at least?
Look, I am a firm believer in some of the hardest games are the games that you don't expect to be hard. So going into a game with a team that might not necessarily be up there on the ladder yet, definitely is concerning because sometimes complacency does take over. And then that's when we don't play our best. So it's just making sure the girls don't get complacent and we just perform our best and make sure that we're out there giving 110%. So then hopefully we can get some goals behind us as well for that goal difference.
Let's talk a bit about your football journey. Where did it all start and why did you choose it, Em?
So I started at Quakers Hill. So that was my junior club, and I started when I was quite young. I was 3 years old when I started playing. And I started because my cousin played, so I think that was my inspiration when I was that little. I just wanted to kick a ball around. So yeah. Oh, honestly, football is everything to me. Like I've played for that long. I honestly don't know my life without it. Like it's it's so exciting knowing like I they become your family really. So I get to see my family 3 days a week, get to see them, check in with everyone, how everyone's going, and like I don't know my schedule without it. So it's definitely a part of me.
You've been here to Melbourne and played. Yeah, have I
Yeah,
got that
yeah, I
right?
have
Okay, good.
been.
Okay, I got one of those facts right. Why did you return to Sydney? And do you miss Melbourne?
Look, I loved Melbourne. I think it was a really good experience for me, personally and also in my football. To be able to break into the A-League space and see what it's like training professionally and playing professionally. I think I developed a lot as a player and also as a person. The reason I came back to Sydney, I didn't get another contract and I just really missed my family. It is actually very taxing being so far away from everyone even though it is only an hour on the plane. It's a little bit more difficult having to plan your life around when you can go home and see people and when you can't.
What did you learn from, especially your time here in Melbourne? And do you still keep track with, I guess I'm assuming the NPL clubs that you've played down here?
Yeah, I had honestly a phenomenal experience at Box Hill. They become a part of like my family. They looked after me so well. Like it was amazing that they made it feel like I was at home where I have never lived before. And the girls there were fantastic as well. Like everyone made it very welcoming and I absolutely loved it. So I learned that Melbourne also get around sport a lot more than Sydney do. So it was real nice being able to have like a proper crowd at our NPL games and also just being able to go to a game and like the AFL and there's like 90,000 people there. It was amazing.
What sort of achievements that you want to reach now, short and long term?
Oh, look, I'm just happy to keep playing. I love the sport so much and now that I am getting older, more wiser in the team, I just want to be able to help the younger girls that are coming through as well. And if they ever want to talk or they need to learn things or have questions, like I want to be that person that's able to guide them and hopefully inspire them to achieve that next level or to keep playing as well.
What would be some sporting achievements that you've done so far?
I guess like being with Victory was like my highest achievement. Like I played for Australia when I was 13, very, very young. We went over to a tournament over in Vietnam, which was pretty amazing. And then just being in the NPL space. So I've been like in the NPL one space with first grade since I was 15, 16. So it's been quite some time considering I'm 28 now. So it's just been a little while.
And do you have some favorite players that you played alongside with that you still connect with, other than your own ones there at Mount Druitt?
Yeah. I was actually talking about this the other day of how fortunate I am of the generation of players that I've grown up playing with when I was a lot younger. So like Alana Kennedy was at Marconi while I was at Marconi. Learning from her was phenomenal. And Jodie Bain, Joey Burgess, Fatty, like there was so many amazing players that have come through and played for Australia, that I was lucky enough to play with. So yeah, I'm very fortunate. Like pretty much everyone that I was quite young playing with, has made it professionally. So it was phenomenal.
Why did you end up choosing Mount Druitt?
But I've known Ben for quite some time from when he first opened a business when I was still in school. So when he went there, he just contacted me, and I know that he is an amazing coach, but he's also an amazing person.
Mm.
And I always know that I play my best football when I'm happy. So I knew I'd be happy there. And I also know how he recruits is he recruits players on their ability, but also on their personality as well. So then I knew the team was going to be a good team and a really nice environment to be in. So that's what drew me to Mount Druitt, was Ben.
Tell us a bit about your coaches. I'm assuming Ben's one of them.
Yeah, so we've got Ben, and then we've got two Matts. So we've got Matt Werney and then other Matt. And then we've also got Shane as well. So we've got a very diverse culture coaching staff, which is amazing because you get all these different eyes on the same game. So they all work together really well as well. Like we always say, they have a really nice bromance going on. Which is awesome. It's exactly what you need with your coaching staff because like them getting along so well translates onto us as well.
Yeah.
And it also allows for them to share their ideas and bring that into us too. So our coaching staff is probably the best coaching staff that I've been around in a very long time. And they definitely bring the best out of us girls as well.
So, what would be your advice to people that should get involved in the world game of football? Obviously, it's been pretty big since the Women's World Cup 2 years ago.
I'd just say just do it. It's the best game, and I'm a firm believer in a team sport teaches you not only like how to deal with things in a team sport environment, but also in everyday life. Like it teaches you how to deal with conflict. It teaches you how to communicate with people who have different communication styles. Like there's so much that you learn from it for outside personal growth as well, that it's just so important to just jump in, even if you're brand new at it, everyone has to start somewhere. So if you start your journey today, then you're going to be 10 steps ahead today than if you decide to start next year.
Mm. So, you might as well tell us what position do you play on the field? And if you had a dream position, would you love to convince the coaches to put you? Where would that be?
So I'm a defender. So I play either left back or center back. And if I could convince my coach to put me anywhere, I would want to play striker.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think that's every defender's dream is to play striker just for a game.
So, you don't have to defend the goals, I'm assuming. That's the reason.
Yeah, and also I'd get so excited when I get a chance or opportunity to shoot that I'd just really enjoy that more than just once.
Yeah. So, for everyone that should head to your home game, I think obviously you got a home game this Monday, in particular against any uni. Whereabouts is your home ground there at Mount Druitt Town?
So it's on Popondetta Road. So it's quite easy to get to. It's right next to the swimming pools. You won't miss it.
Now, let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates. So, firstly, who's the comedian, the best singer, and the best dancer on the team?
Tian Flavin, she's definitely our team comedian. She's always going to be the first one on the microphone singing. Yeah, she's definitely the life of the party.
Now, also, do you have a pre-game superstition, ritual, or routine?
Yeah, I will always get up, go to my local cafe and get a caramel latte, and then I
Ooh.
have to watch Netflix with my boyfriend. That's the two things I have to do.
Okay, so what currently you're watching now on Netflix?
So we just finished Prison Break, and we just started another Netflix show called Top Boy, which if you're into like London sort of crime stuff, it's awesome.
What's your rating on the one that you just watched or about to finish?
So Prison Break, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. It was so good. I'd never seen it. I didn't realize like it was so good back in the day. So it was actually like it blew my mind that it was so good.
Who had the most embarrassing moment on the field this season, and what was it?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I feel like I'm always so locked into the game. I don't really realize what's going on around me until I rewatch the game.
Huh?
We've probably had a few snipers here and there. If anyone's had a sniper, it's probably Rita. She gets sniped sometimes. So yeah, if not, I'm not quite sure to be honest.
Okay. Now, I'm going to have a chance to speak to one of your other teammates later on in the week in Liana. So, is there anything I should ask her? Or any?
Ask her about her footballing career. Her career is phenomenal. Like she is a true inspiration. You can just see the respect of the young ones that she has and how they look up to her at training. So, yeah, she's special, very special.
Does the team have a fine system this year? First to us
We
each
sure
season.
do.
So, who's
Yeah.
copped the most fines?
Kaya has. She's copped the most fines thus far. We actually had to change the nutty rule um, in rondos with fines because it was just becoming too much.
Any crazy ones that she's done?
Not fines, no. I think the funniest fine that we've dished out would be when we were at training and there was a ball crossed and Rita just absolutely got sniped. Like both feet went from out under her. No one was around her. So yeah, that was an instant fine.
Now, have you copped a fine yet?
Oh, plenty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've copped plenty of fines. I copped a yellow card, that's $10. And then I've got a few nutties. I also defended when I wasn't supposed to be defending. I forgot that I wasn't defending during a drill, so that copped me a fine as well. So yeah, I've definitely popped in my fair share into the kitty.
Okay. Well, finish with these last two. Is there anyone on the team that has a hidden talent?
That's a really, I don't know. Rita can dance. Yeah, Rita's really good at dancing. Like to be fair, we'll make her dance sometimes because she can dance better than all of us.
Okay. And does the team have a pump up song? And if so, what is that hype song? And who's the responsible one for the speakers?
So Ren is in charge of music, so she's our team DJ. And we listen to pretty much just like either hardstyle or EDM in the change room because that's Ren's specialty. So they're all our pump up songs, but anything she plays is good. I'm not a massive hardstyle fan, but she whatever she plays is good. I love it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll try and get to one of your games and see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, Emily, thank you so much for getting up some of your time to join us. It's awesome having you on the show. Obviously, have a great Easter break. Well, as much of the Easter break there is before your Easter Monday game against Sydney Uni at home. And let's hope you continue that winning streak and hopefully maybe crack into top spot if the Stingrays lose this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully. But thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciated your time.
That's Emily Costa there joins us from the Mount Druitt Town Rangers Football Club because as we mentioned, Easter Monday, you've got nothing to do on your Easter Monday. Make sure you get down there to see them play against Sydney Uni this Monday. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away. Here on the 15th year celebration.
Hi, I'm Emily Koss. I play for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers, and you're listening to Smash FM.